Yo, what's up, real estate transaction engineers? This shit got Mr. Transaction, the flies real estate entrepreneur in the game, baby. In the game. And guess what? Don't nobody got as much knowledge on this residential game like your boy. For those of you joining me, my name is Eddie Raymond, aka Mr. Transaction Engineer. And what this transaction engineer doesn't look like a deal, and voila magic, baby. Turn it into a deal. So, guys, today is the last day to sign up for our 3-day workshop. Thank you for those who signed up already. You in store for a rude awakening. I'm going to show you how you can take your business to the next level with little to no money out of your pocket. Yes, little to no money out of your pocket. I had to start over fresh, guys, several times for just making some bad decisions in the past over 22 years. And I learned so much because you learn from your wins, but you learn a lot from your losses also. You learn what not to do and what to do. So thank God I made all the mistakes so you don't have to if you listen. And we got some of these people, man, they got all the answers, but no results. All the answers with no results. Guys, don't be that way. If you're one of those type of people, you'll never get to the next level. Because you don't know what you don't know. That's realistic. I'm being realistic. You don't know what you don't know. So in this video, I'm going to cover with you what we're going to cover in the next 3 days. For those of you who join the workshop. Number one, you're going to get my deal evaluation software where you can put in whatever type of deal you have, and it's going to give you several different options. Several different options for you to present to your seller. Several different options. So, number one, what we're going to be covering now, everybody, if you even new to real estate, you know about wholesaling. So, we're definitely going to cover wholesaling houses, right? Everybody and their grandmother know about that strategy. So, that's one of the oldest strategies in the book right now. So, we're going to cover wholesaling houses, right? Any questions, put it in the chat, guys, and I'll get to it. If I do miss it, I do come back and check the messages, so I will definitely answer your question. Look in the description below also once this video stops and click on the link and register for the workshop. It's only $47, guys. Cost you if you go to Starbucks every day, guys, it's a week of Starbucks coffee that's gonna at least one nugget in there can help you change your life. I've got over 300K in my real estate education, and guys, one freaking nugget, one lesson can change your life. One lesson can bring you extra income, but you got to be open. The mind is like a parachute. It has to be what? Open in order to grow. You're closed minded. This workshop is not for you. I'm sorry. Don't waste my time and don't waste yours. Okay? And back to the money. So we're gonna go over wholesaling houses, and I'm gonna give you a brief description of each nine. Right? Wholesaling houses. Right? Basically, you find an ugly house, a junk or a raggedy house. A house is vacant. Nobody showed any love to it, just sitting there rotting away. So you put that property under contract, right? Get in contact with the seller, negotiate the price. You got to know your numbers, your Mayo formula, which is the maximum allowed offer. You need to know that formula. We use 70%. We use the after repair value, which is what the house will be worth once you finish it, multiplied by 70% minus the repairs. So that's ARV times 70% minus repairs. That's the maximum allowed offer you can offer a seller. Now, if you're looking to wholesale that, you need to be under that number. For example, if your Mayo formula come out to 100,000, then you need to be at 80,000 or maybe 90,000. If you're at 80,000, you'll make 20 grand. If you're at 90,000, you'll make 10 grand. So that's all wholesaling is. You're the middleman like Walmart. Walmart don't pay for anything. People drop the stuff where they ship their stuff into Walmart. They sell it to the consumer. guys, they getting paid. The middleman. So you're Walmart. Especially if you learn all 9 of these strategies, you definitely Walmart. So that's basically wholesaling. Put a property under contract, find a buyer, rickety rehabber, or somebody who want to come in there and fix the house up, make it pretty, and you the voila magic. You get a check. You get that check in between. So that's number one, wholesaling. The second one is one of my favorites, which is wholesaling pretty houses. One of my favorite. I love the pretty house business. I love it all. But the pretty houses, guys, the houses are nice. You don't have to go over there with your bulletproof vest on and your gun, paranoid because you're going up in the hood getting a junker. Now, not all junkers are in the hood, but some of them are in some rough areas. You may want to take your pistol with you. Pretty houses, give me a second. Pretty houses, guys, you're dealing with pretty houses, you're dealing with nice houses in nice areas. Well, it doesn't have to be just totally like elegant, but it could be a nice house in a nice area that just say they want a tenant buyer, not a tenant buyer. That's what talk to the seller about putting a tenant buyer into the property. Usually, the best candidates are people who have properties for rent. When we get on the phone with them and we show them why doing a lease with an option to buy versus a rental, how they would benefit more. It would save them a bunch of headache, and they won't have to fix any tenants. I mean, I'm sorry, they won't have to fix any issues pertaining to the house. Like pretty much hands off. So we present that, and guys, you get paid like you wholesaling house. You get them first month security deposit, whatever you get from your tenant buyer over that, you win. For example, first month and the security deposit is 1,000 for the first month, 1,000 for the security deposit, 2 grand. You get a tenant buyer that has 10 grand, you make the difference. Everything is fully disclosed between the buyer, tenant buyer, the seller. So there's nothing, nobody's hiding nothing. And we highly recommend closing with an attorney or a title company or a notary when you're doing it when you're closing on the back end with your tenant buyer. So that's wholesaling pretty houses, one of my favorites. The number three, right? The third one is doing a lease option. You're doing a lease option from a seller. Doing a lease option with a seller with the right to sublease. So now, one thing I do like excuse me. One thing I do like about sandwich lease option, you control the property, but you don't own it. Okay, keep that in mind. You control the property just like if you're doing a subject to deal, but you don't own it. So you get it right. You can lease it out to somebody who's looking to buy it in the future, near future, or you can put it out on Airbnb. You can live in it, whatever you want to do. Whatever the terms you negotiate with the seller is on you. But you control the property. You're able to cash flow, and you're able to get paid on the back end. So you're able to get paid 3 ways with a sandwich lease option, but you do not own the property. So we're going to show you guys how to set that up because that's the next best thing. If you can't get control of the property, not every seller is going to give you their house subject to the existing mortgage. That's just not happening. So keep that in mind. But guess what? You got another option. And having options is how you win. Having options is how I've thrived in this real estate business for 22 years, 2 decades, and still winning. So, guys, make sure you tune in. So that's three. I gave you wholesaling houses, wholesale lease option. You wholesaling pretty houses. The third one is sandwich lease option. Now let's get on to the fourth one. This is called options. What an option is? Well, with the option, you basically now. Oh God, man, I love this strategy too. And when oh man, I'll get excited talking about it. But guys, a lot of people don't know, man, this is why you gotta be a transaction engineer, man. I gotta pat myself on the back. Hey man. with an option. So let me tell you how we were selling these options. Let me tell you what an option is and tell you how we've been able to eat really good off options, especially when the hedge funds was out here buying properties like crazy, Zillow and all of them, everybody buying the houses like crazy. We just put it on the option contract with a seller, then we sell that same contract to the end buyer. So basically, check this out with an option. It's kind of like wholesaling, but guys, you can sell to end buyers that's getting a loan, end buyers that's getting a mortgage. You just lock in the price, today's price. Just say, for example, $400,000 house, right? You put it on the contract for 350. Just say it's outdated a little bit. You know, whatever you negotiate. I always try to negotiate kind of low. Because if you go too high and they jump on that first number, you were too high. And I don't like that. When if I put out an offer and the seller jump on the first number, I'm like, oh God, I blew it. Because that means they had some room for negotiation. And you jumped on the first freaking high offer. They were, oh yeah, we got us one. So negotiate so low it almost scare you, but not so low where it really offends them. All right. So for example, property worth 400,000 in good shape. Somebody renovated a house in the neighborhood worth 400,000, right? This other seller house is outdated. They haven't put any paint on the wall. Still got the same kitchen cabinets for 20 years ago. Still got that same old carpet in there. But somebody can buy it and live in the property and fix it up. So the property is livable. It's not a junker or a tear down or need a full rehab. It may need, depending on where you at in the square feet of the property, but it may need, just say it need 10, $20,000, 20,000 or less. You come in at 350 or 340. You put that property on the contract, this option contract, then you find your buyer, right? Who want to get a loan. You market the property because the option agreement allows you to market the property. You find a tenant buyer. I'm not a tenant buyer. I'm sorry. You find a buyer, right? Put the contract together between the buyer and the seller, and you get paid what's called an option fee on the hood. So even if your end buyer has an agent, make sure you factor in those numbers. But if they got an agent and they're getting a loan, guys, you're able to sell that property and get a check. You lock in the price first with the seller, find your retail buyer, sell it to them for, let's say, 380. You got on the contract for 340. You sell it for 380 or 370. Guys, that's seven. You get it at 340, sell it at 370. That's 30 to $40,000 that you can make off one deal. And our option agreement, we get to sell $100, or maybe 10 to $100. You got to give them something to make the contract legal. Make sure you know in your state what that number is, because it's different everywhere. But we give up 10 to $100, guys, even on high end properties. So don't be scared. And you dealing with your boy, I like dealing with big houses anyway, because that's the bigger checks. I like big checks. 22 years in the game. I like them big, baby. Big. So you got options, right? So that is the fourth. We got wholesaling houses, wholesale lease option, sandwich lease option, options. Now another one of my favorite. Subject to. Subject to. Everybody's talking about subject to now. I bought my first one when I first started. That was actually my first deal. Bought a subject to property. And subject to property, guys, I love them. I love them. You don't have to go begging for a loan to a bank or mortgage company. You have to go to the mortgage company. Please, 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 can I have a loan? Please, I give you my W-2s, my tax return, my blood. Draw some blood from it. Man, they want everything when you buying a house. If you ever bought a property before, they want to know everything: your credit score, your tax return, your W-2. Man, I haven't bought one traditional way in so long. I can't even remember. My mentor taught me to only get a loan for your personal residence if you choose to. I only got a loan one time in this business back in '08. one freaking time. But I've, man, lived in so many big, beautiful houses over these 22 years. It's crazy. I got my first subject to at 26 years old that I moved into on the golf course, and it had a lake in the back. And man, I've been hooked ever since. So with subject to, guys, you're basically looking for a motivated seller. You negotiate with it, put it on the contract. Like I said before, they don't ask you for anything, no documents, none of that stuff. You come in, save the day. Maybe they're a payment or two behind, or it could be a probate situation where they just want to get rid of the property. So it just varies. I bought subject to properties with people behind on their mortgage payments and people that was current on their mortgage payments. You just got to learn how to ask the right questions. Ask the right questions and be quiet and listen. Don't get diarrhea of the mouth and go to talking. Yeah, and the other two, and talking too much, you're gonna blow it. Shut your mouth. Ask the right questions and listen. You ask the right questions and listen. The seller's gonna tell you what they want, what they need. Okay, capiche? And you can close these transaction guys in a day or two. As soon as you get your title search done, you can close on the property. And for those of you who are new to real estate, and the title search is, excuse me, title search is something you have your attorney do to check for any liens and judgments against the property. You want to do that. Do not skip that step if you buy a property, because boy, it could come back and bite you in the butt. So do a title search, check for all the liens and judgments against the property to see what's going on. We was doing a deal. One of our students last month had a property under contract to buy it subject to the seller facing foreclosure, right? Come to find out after the title search, is an affidavit, a memorandum that was filed on that particular property, which means this guy was already under contract with somebody else and backed out the deal. So do your title search, guys. I'm glad we didn't put any money into the property. Get your title search first before you take action. Okay? Peace. All right. Back to the money. Now, our sixth one of my favorites also, is called a short sale. What is a short sale, Mr. Transaction? Glad you asked, baby. I heard you. I felt your vibration. A short sale is when you're negotiating with a bank. Now the seller is they're still owned by the seller, right? The house is still owned by the seller. It's a mortgage on the property. You negotiate with the bank to take a discount on the loan. They have to be behind or facing some kind of hardship. You go in, negotiate with the bank, try to get the number as low as possible, and then you get it on that contract. You buy it. Well, they don't have the stipulations in there anymore. Back in about 2010, when we was sure enough turning up, well, we were turning up from 8 to 2012 or 13. We're still doing a few a year, but it's back now. It fizzled out because the freaking banks came in and said, hey, when you do a short sale, you gotta buy it and hold it for 30 days before you can resell it. So if you wholesale, they just knock you out of the game because you gotta come up with the money, whatever they approved the house for. You say if a $300,000 house, they say they'll let you buy it for 250,000. Well, that means you had to come up with 250,000 to do the deal. But they took that stipulation out. Yes, you got to come up with 250,000, but you can still do a double closing with that property. You can still do a double closing with that short sale. But keep in mind with a short sale, you got to be there for that BPO or appraisal. Some banks do both. And whatever that number come back at, you're locked in for 90 days. So keep that in mind. But if you got a house that's behind, right, and need a lot of work and is in an area with some pretty low comps, you can make magic happen, baby. So that's what short sale is. We're gonna get into all of this stuff, guys, in 3 days. It's gonna be a lot of information I'm gonna try to pack in to these 3 days. But as you can see, we've been going on this video for almost 20 minutes and it can get really detailed. We're gonna show you how to locate the properties, how to do these deals with little to no money out of the pocket, and how to close on them. Your main thing is I tell people in real estate, either you got the money or the time. If you don't have the money, then you got to get on that phone. You got to start talking to sellers, or you got to, because if not, how the deals are going to get done. If you got the money, then you can hire a virtual assistant, train them, and we got VAs for you. Train them to make the calls, and then you call when it's time to close the deal out. So it's a big difference. But you got to put some skin in the game, either the money or the time. Either one, you're winning. And you can't be a quitter. The life rewards those who take action, baby. Those who get up and get knocked down time after time after time. That's who life rewards. All right? So if you're a real go-getter, then make sure you click below and sign up so we can start getting to the money. It's 2026, baby. Hey, only way your life is going to change if you change it. God, Jesus, Muhammad, Ali, Farrakhan, Donald Trump, none of them are going to change your life. They don't give a beep. They don't care. You got to do it. All right? So if you're an action taker, you know what it is. Let's go. All right, let's get back to the money. The number 7, owner financing. Owner financing. If the house is free and clear, which means there's not a mortgage on there, then you could do owner financing where you say a house is 60,000. It's a junker. Maybe you want to renovate it, or maybe you could sell that junker on a lease option to somebody. You could buy it with owner financing and sell it on a lease option. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Well, I got them tools in the toolbox, baby. They loaded, fully loaded. So owner financing, that's another thing. If you got any properties, I'm quite sure by now somebody has called you making an owner finance offer. So this what we're in the buyer's market, which is my favorite time to buy. This is when I make the most money and we get the most deals. There's so many properties on the market. They're not flying off like in a seller's market. This is our time to win and win big. Win big. Okay, the next one. Renovation. Some of these properties, you can buy them subject to and do small renovations on them. You can buy owner financing, do a renovation on it and sell them. You don't have to come up with all the money. It's all about being creative and knowing what you're doing. See, people think it take a lot of money to get in real estate. When I first got started, I couldn't finance an onion. I couldn't finance an onion, baby. Hit a thumbs up if you feel me. But now putting in this work, things have changed. Whole nother level, baby. And guys, those are your 9 strategies, the 9 tools in your toolbox. Day 1, we're going to cover how to find the deals. Day 2, we're going to cover how to fund them or how to transact them. Day 3, we're going to focus on closing the deals out and walking away with that big fat check, baby. Okay? Look at the link below. Click on it, sign up. We start tomorrow at 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to open up for Q&A to help you guys get to the next level, man. There's so much out here to learn. So much out here to learn. And I feel since I've been blessed, I got to give back in a major way. So let's roll, baby. Make sure you like, subscribe for more free videos. Forward this to one of your friends. They could join with you. Forward it to one of your friends. Now they still got to pay the $47 themselves, but then you can hold each other accountable. It's nothing like having an accountability partner. That's why you sign up for coaching, because somebody can hold your feet to the fire. When it's just up to you, just for a perfect example, going to the gym. You may start off like everybody else in January, pumped up. Yeah, New Year's resolution. Yeah, we're going to go get it, baby. Then you get in there. You work out 2-3 weeks. And you're getting a little skimpy on a 4th week. Boy, that 5th week, woo, you looking real shaky. You might go in that gym. You might pull up in the parking lot and decide to pull out. I've done that before. Not a lot, though. Hey, you get in the parking lot, you like, man, should I go in here? No, maybe tomorrow. Next thing you know, the end of the year, you done gained about 20, 30 pounds. You be like, dang, what happened? because you didn't have anybody to hold you accountable, man. So we here to help you with everything, man. God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, it's never too late to be great. Have a great day. You can visit us at MrTransactionEngineer.com for all your real estate needs. You need to call or speak with us. You can reach us at 770-334-9311. You can call or text. You can email us at info@MrTransactionEngineer.com. Click below for the link. We're getting ready to upload everything, so give us like a minute or two. Let's get started, man. Let's see where you at and how we can take you to that next level. Okay? Peace and love, baby. Peace and love.